I go into this group chat. I click join. And I hear her talking crazy about me. This video, y'all, has been long awaited. Okay, so today in this video, I want to talk about the fall of a friendship that I had this year. At the end of this video, you guys are going to realize why I didn't really consider this person a friend. But it's been 4 months and I'm ready to talk about it. Now, I'm not going to be exposing her name or nothing like that. I ain't a weird ass, TCH. I'm not going to do that. I just want to tell my experience and where I feel like I fucked up in the friendship and lay out what I think I did wrong. Okay? That's it. Person across my social media on TikTok, and she had a really big following. Her and I have the exact same eye condition, and you know, I kind of was like, oh my god, that's so crazy, like that's amazing. And I'm not gonna give too much great detail either about who this person is. You know, if you know, you know, if you don't, whatever. So me and this person kind of connected on that. Now, when I was hitting her up, it wasn't on no fangirl type stuff. Like, I can care less about somebody's following on social media because the following on social media doesn't really show who you truly are. You know what I'm saying? It just means that you can attach yourself to a lot of different people across the world. So I always thought that was cool. She had a nice little following. So I, you know, would hit her up. We would conversate a little bit here and there. And somehow my friend, my close girl, my girl, okay? Still my girl, my good friend. We had a chat, you know, back and forth with each other. We had a really good conversation going. And somehow it became me, her, and this person. So we started off in the Instagram DMs as a group chat, just the three of us, and we had decided that we were going to get each other's numbers because we were like, why the hell are we on Instagram? And we could be texting each other. Let's text. So we all just started texting each other, the three of us. And then this girl was like, hey, I got another friend who's also blonde and black. Okay, let's add her to this chat. So we were like, okay, bring her through. It was the four of us, the four amigos. And we would talk. I would notice that me and this person would butt heads bad, y'all. I'm talking bad. It would be to the point where I'm just like, did this girl really like me? Because it's giving me y'all like me for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's giving me that. So I tried to understand what was happening and this friendship was happening because I didn't want to say it was confrontation. I didn't want to say it was no type of beef or nothing like that. I just feel like she's very a stern person. But I also felt like if it wasn't her way, then it's no way. You know, I got that a lot. So as time going on, we ended up getting into another bigger group with other women. And y'all, the personalities was clashing. But with me and this person, like, we would still have these petty arguments. Not necessarily arguments, more of like disagreements that would just make me pissed off and not want to talk, not want to communicate in the group at all. But where I feel like I messed up in a lot of these little spits and spats is that I didn't say much. Like, I'm not too much of a confrontational person. The older I get, the more I'm just like, you don't deserve my energy no more. You don't deserve that part of me. And in parts where I said I felt like I should have spoke up, I didn't. But I also feel like this person never really spoke up either. I feel like I was doing more of the trying to sit down, let's talk about it, let's have the conversation than this person was. Like, that, to me, that's how I feel like things happen. Now, I don't ever wish this person bad, nothing like that. You know, it is what it is. The friendship didn't work. But where I feel like I had messed up is this year, the majority of the fuck up for my end, is we had decided to get into a group of girls that wanted to start a business. Now, if you are on blind TikTok, then you know it's a bunch of different little groups and people have businesses together that sell merchandise for said groups. Now, that's something that we had wanted to do, but we could not come to a common ground on actually getting shit done, you know? So I had decided that I wanted to be a part of the business group because if y'all don't know, I had a business, Beautifully Bougie, but my interest in that has had shifted, and I had just wanted to do a content creator type life. I didn't want it to be a business owner. It was too much. It was too much for me. But I felt like if I had the responsibility of this one thing, which was the graphics of the group, I felt like that was going to be enough. But from May 9th to August 26th, I was consumed doing a BOSMA rehab for the blind, and I was consumed with that. Now, upon starting this whole business group, I should have said, when I realized initially that I wasn't going to have the amount of time needed for that part of my life, I should have said something, but I didn't. So when we went to Florida, because we ended up going to Florida, and it's something I didn't vlog it. Well, I didn't post any of the vlogs that I had, any other footage I had from Florida, any of the things I put from Disney, like nothing. Like I didn't have any of that because I deleted it all after this situation had unfolded a month after Disney. Well, after Florida. So this person, after I had left early on the trip when we went to Florida, I guess held a grudge. Then we get back, I decide after, a month or so, or a couple of weeks after the trip, I'm like, yeah, I'll be a part of the business side of things. And I didn't say like this was too much for me, because I truly thought in my heart that it would have been enough. I would have been able to really, give my all to this part of everything in the group. But I couldn't, okay? And I'm gonna keep saying I couldn't, because I couldn't. Like, I really fucking couldn't. So apparently this person was the only one that really was vocal about her dislike with what my behavior was in Florida, me leaving early. Okay, I get it. It is what it is. Get over it. You still had a good trip. That's how I felt about it. So let's get to the group stuff with the business. So I got to, I would say, a week of being a part of the business side of things. And I'm like, I came to the first meeting, I believe, but the second meeting, I missed that one apparently. But I still wasn't communicating with none of the girls like I could do my side of things. So one of the other girls had called me one time when I was on Rave with Anthony watching a movie, because we have movie night every single Sunday. This person had called me that one time. I didn't reach back to her. I think I texted her later that day or something like that. I texted her sometime that week, like, hey, what's up? I missed your call, da-da-da. But she told the girls that she had been calling me, she had been texting me, which wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? But here we go. Let's continue. So this person, I guess from that initial thing from Florida all the way into the business thing, me missing the meeting, she was upset about it, okay? So she not saying nothing to me had made me, be oblivious to, is that how you say that word? It had made me like completely lost on if something was going on, if the energy was, off. But I knew the energy was off because in the main group chat, if I had said something after the trip, only like 2 people will respond to my message. But then as soon as I go ghost and they know that I'm in class that time, they will be talking, but it was still kind of dead. Like ever since Florida, the whole situation was kind of weird. It was kind of dead. So one day I had, like I said, I was on, this was another Sunday, I was on the call with Anthony, and I was like, oh babe, shit, like I see that they're on a FaceTime. Let me go see what they're talking about, because I haven't been, attentive to the group this week. He's like, all right, cool, babe, go back. I go into this group chat. I click join, and I hear her talking crazy about me. She's saying I'm not reliable, I'm not dependable. When I came in, I said, hey y'all. I did say hey when I initially came in. One of the girls said she heard me say hey, and she was trying to stop this person from continuing on what she was saying. So basically she was venting, basically saying like I'm not reliable. Every time something is asked of me, I'm not there. It's like I keep being absent. I'm not the type of person that should be in business with them. Understandably, like I was going through a lot of shit. I had a lot going on. I was busy from 8:30 in the morning to literally 3 o'clock at night. So when I got out of class, all I wanted to do is sit the fuck down and not have to do nothing. So I should have spoken up. I admit to that. I give you that, I give you that check. All right. So then when I had decided that I wanted to, say something, I'm like, so what are y'all talking about?
So basically, anytime before this point of the summer, like I was completely available to do anything. I was making banners for people, intros, outros, all that stuff. Anything they asked for me, I was, there. So for this person to say that, I'm just like, I mean, anytime before May 9th, I understand you saying that. But yeah, that ain't me. That can't be me you're talking about. Outside of that situation, this person had no other leverage. But I'm pretty sure this was like stuff that was going on in their head that they just didn't express to me because they was telling it to everybody else.
And she kind of like paused. I don't think she necessarily was caught off guard. She just kind of paused. And she was like, oh shit, I'm not gonna say names, but one of the girls was like, oh, okay, I'm trying to explain to what she just said, what she was talking about. And she was like, she feels like you haven't been here. Every time we call you, you're not answering your phone, you're not responding back to text, basically saying that. And homegirl was like, no, if you're gonna say it, say what I gotta say what you're gonna say, but say how I'm gonna say it. Pretty much, that's pretty much what she was saying.
So basically, the girl that I originally had the issue with, the person that was talking crazy when I first got into the call, she was trying to basically egg on and co-sign everything that the other girl was trying to explain to me about what she was saying. But it was just weird to me because it was like, if you really felt this way, if you was this deeply in thought and deeply disliking of me, why didn't you just say that to me directly? Because by that point, she had nothing but opportunity to talk to me. And then the time that I hit her up about wanting to style me for my graduation, could have been a point in time as well that we could have talked, but it didn't happen. So all the animosity that she had for me, like, you could have hit me up on the side. I'm pretty sure conversations on the side was happening because I was told that they were happening. And the fact that she didn't want to fess up and say how she felt, I really felt like that was some fake shit. But at the same time, me, myself, and I could have spoken up as well and said how I felt. But in not wanting to have confrontation actually added to the fucking fuel to the fire.
So girlfriend was like, we're not liking that, da da da. And I'm like, okay, cool. But I'm like, when I came in here, pretty much like in my head, I came in here and y'all talking shit. Like, that's what I heard. So in that moment, I'm gonna just say in that moment, I come into this phone group chat, and I hear this person talking crazy. You can feel like if I was in front of her neck would have been rolling, her eyes would have been going, like, it would have been a whole thing. But I come into this phone call and hear that y'all talking about me. And for this person to be on call, you're not texting my phone. You're not calling my phone. The last conversation that me and this person had was about my graduation. Before this conversation had happened, before my graduation, I was like, hey, I would like for you to style me for my graduation because she is into fashion.
Lack of communication was a big issue in this whole friendship between the two of us.
So if at that point you still had an issue with me, I felt like that's where you should have came to me and said something to me, but you didn't. Instead, you held a grudge for whatever reason, like you my man or something, and you was angry. So I feel like a lot of times in this group, everybody felt like they were obligated to somebody's time. If I get out of class and I don't want to text back, I don't want to respond to this chat, I'm not going to. I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? But when it came to the business side of things, I understood that. I took that. But what I didn't like was this person held a grudge over a month on me for the trip, as if I ruined the trip. Y'all still had a good trip. Seems like everybody had a good trip. And I wasn't a causing factor for someone having a good time. So after the call, I said, y'all know what? I'm going to just remove myself. This was too much for me. I'm good. I'm cool. I don't want to have no more parts of this, right? So I hung up the phone. I removed myself from that business chat. I removed myself from the main chat and all other chats associated with that group and anything that had to do with her. Because I'm like, every single fucking time I look up, it's a problem with you. You're not expressing how you're feeling when you're feeling these things. You're just constantly freaking saying stuff, right? So it pissed me off. And it made me so mad because it's like, in that moment, why when I came onto that call, y'all was arguing because y'all trying to tell her, like, if you had a problem with her, go to her directly. This shouldn't be, discussed in this chat. First of all, it was a Sunday. And I'm calling my friend Leah. I'm like, first of all, it's a Sunday. They're literally on a call talking shit about me. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, I come onto a call and y'all talking crazy on me. So I talked to Leah. Leah's like, what the fuck? Like, that's crazy. Like, that's wild. So I'm explaining to her what's going on, exactly what had happened. Over the course of a week, Leah was trying to still get information out of them, like on what happened, try to get their side, but didn't nobody want to talk. Everybody, oh, it's in the past, it's in the past, it's in the past. But that shit really hurt me. If somebody had an issue with me, say that to me directly. Don't be a weird fake person and like, go off on the next. But that's not how things happened. That's not how things happened. So I felt a little slighted from a group of people that was supposed to be my friends, and ultimately, like, I just removed myself and disassociated myself with a lot of that energy. In the group, like I told my friend at first, I said I felt like it was going to be a lot anyways, because every time you didn't want to respond to the chat or anybody wanted to respond to the chat in a timely manner, it was like, oh, this person must not want this in the group no more. This person don't like me talking to us, but they don't want to be our friends or anything like that. It was always something like that. And it's like, no, maybe I'm just busy. Maybe I'm just having a mental day. And then apparently this person didn't like when I wouldn't respond early in the chat saying good morning or checking into the chat. This person would be like, well, we see her on TikTok. She's posting videos. She's clearly up. She's active. Why can't she respond? I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like my biggest fuck up in the friendship with her is that I didn't check her when she needed to be checked. Because, first of all, I'm not your woman. We're not in a relationship. You're just supposed to be my quote unquote friend. I don't have to speak to you every day. I feel like friendships actually thrive when you're not in someone's face every single day. That is when stuff actually happens. You build, yes, from the experiences with each other, but you also build by not having to talk to a person. Healthy boundaries is what's really lacked from that group and what really lacked with me and her, because I wouldn't speak up, but then I'll go vent to somebody. They'd say, go say that to her, not to me. I'd be like, nah, because it ain't gonna get fixed, which it never got fixed. I don't think it ever got fixed. So a couple of weeks had passed, and I was telling my friend, I was like, the one I'm closest with, I said, I really want to just tell her off. So I wrote this long paragraph of stuff, and it was disrespectful. It started off very disrespectfully, right? And then she's like, okay, I hear the message, but let's not say it like that. So I wrote another one out, kind of more of telling her like, you really hurt my feelings. I really feel like you're a bully for real, and I don't want nothing to do with you, no groups that are associated with you. Like, I don't want no parts of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm cool. I'm off this. You know what I'm saying? And I turned her off, and I blocked her right after that, because I didn't need to hear your response to me. Because within this year of us knowing each other, you had ample amount of time and opportunity to speak to me. When you met me in Florida, you had an opportunity to see and talk to me in person, but you didn't do that. That morning when she came up to the room to talk to me before anybody else got in there, we could have sat there and had a conversation, but instead you wanted to tell me about the night and what happened and all that good stuff, right? No, you didn't. Like, we both failed in that way. We had an opportunity to speak about all of the troubles that we had, and we would have been good after Florida, but it wasn't happening because we never had a conversation. We just kept letting shit fester. And I ultimately realized, like, that's just not the type of person that I want around me. Like, she's really a mean girl to me. Like, I did not like it. Like, I would say things and she would disagree with me. Like, one of the biggest things that really pissed me off in the beginning of me and her is like friendship or whatever, right? I'm calling it friendship because that's what it's supposed to have been. One time we was talking about shaving and people shaving versus waxing versus like whatever other little devices is out here, right? So one of the girls was like, yeah, I use this one thing. It's not really a shaver. You just kind of like rub it on your skin and the hair like just falls off. Basically, it's a razor, but without a blade. So she was like, she likes to shave like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's good. But I just like to shave. It's quick. It's easy. I don't cut myself. I know how to shave. I'm good. So first of all, my coochie is not dark. My armpits are not dark. So I'm like, it's effective. It's been working for 25 years. At that point, it was 25 years. Now it's 26 years. I don't have a problem with shaving. This person's like, well, I like to wax. I like to get it all smooth. It's nothing like a wax. I said, well, that's good. But she was like, but just going off basically, because I'm like, well, I like to shave because I like to feel clean. Like, it makes me feel clean when I'm shaved. And she's like, but that doesn't make any sense because, when you shave, your hair is off, it kills the bacteria. The bacteria can get all up in there and stuff like that. And I'm like, but you wax What are you talking about? You literally, like, anyway it goes outside of all this, we shaving, doing a little rub thing with the little other razor thing. However the hair gets off of you, it's still removing the hairs. And at the end of the day, literally, we're all gonna have bald coochies. Like, that's literally it. So this person was just like, well, it sounds dumb. It doesn't make sense for you to say that you feel clean when your hair's not there. I feel clean when my hair's not down there. What are you talking about? That's my opinion. That's my thoughts and my opinions on my hair. So just petty things like that would piss me off, but I wouldn't really speak up, and I didn't say nothing. My problem, I feel like my biggest issue in that friendship was me not speaking up. It was definitely that. Like, I didn't speak up. I didn't say when something was wrong with me. I didn't tell her directly something was wrong with me until one day I just blew up on her in front of everybody in a group chat, because I'm like, bro, what you not gonna do is that. What we not gonna do is that. You're not gonna keep disrespecting me. We're not gonna do that. But I feel like I didn't speak to her enough on the side and let her know, like, hey, you're not gonna talk to me like that. We're not gonna do that. But
so I really feel like that's exactly where I failed at. Like, I just didn't speak up. Every time she would say something, hold a grudge or everything like that, I just wouldn't say nothing. Like, I'm really not the type of confrontational person. Like, yeah, I'll speak up for myself when needed, but with her, I just didn't want to give that girl my energy. Like, it's like, okay, you think you won that? Okay. Like, it was one of those, and I feel like that was probably one of the worst decisions I could have made. Like, I just didn't speak up. And let me tell you, I would never let somebody feel like they got one up on me. Never. Not like that. But there was so much that happened within this year. I'm not gonna go by detail, but that really pissed me off. And coming into a call to my quote unquote friends talking about me, it really made me feel some type of way about the other girls as well. And I text all of them and let them know that, like, coming to a call and hearing my quote unquote friends allow this person to speak like that about me, like, it made me look at all of them like with a side eye, you know what I'm saying? But I guess that's just what it happens when it comes to social media friends. I don't know.
I say all that to say, like, this conversation makes me so heated every time I talk about it, because I really feel like the friendship would have worked if we both communicated with each other what was wrong when in that moment and not let shit fester. But I saw that it just wasn't gonna work. It just wasn't gonna work. She was too much of a mean girl for me. She just was so opinionated. Always had something to say. And I do too. And the girls that still know the both of us, everybody pretty much was like, y'all literally the same fucking person. That's why y'all don't like each other. Y'all literally the same fucking person. And like, I completely understand that, because we do have a lot of similarities, a lot of characteristics. Like, people on social media would tell me in my comments, oh, you remind me of so-and-so. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. We like the same person. But don't like each other because of that. But that was my experience of being friends with this person, and it just not working out because I didn't speak up enough. I didn't. And hopefully this video doesn't, draw any attention to no negativity or anything like that, because that's definitely what this video was not supposed to be about. I just really wanted to tell my experience on where I fucked up in a friendship, and basically telling y'all what not to do. Don't do what the fuck I did. Speak the fuck up, say what's on your mind, and don't let shit just fester, because child, that's what I did. I didn't